And now the Hansons and Hiatus podcast with Nate and Alexis.
Happy Friday, fuckers. It is episode 116 of the Hansons on Hiatus podcast. I'm your host, Nate, and this is my wife, Alexis.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
And don't forget to support the podcast. buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on Hiatus. You can buy us some virtual beers.
And we'll happily drink them.
We sure will. Also, hansonsonhiatus.com. We got the merch store. I think, Alex, you got some new Father's Day stuff up there, correct?
Tons of Father's Day stuff. Just still got Mother's Day stuff. Lots of pug stuff, puppy stuff, kitty stuff, all sorts of stuff.
Yes. And what else do we got? We got some Gulf of America or Gulf of Mexico.
Gulf of Mexico shirts and lots of things.
Yeah. So, yeah, if we ever move back, we'll make some of those shirts, but we live in Mexico. So that's how it goes.
Gotta represent.
Yes, that's right. Also, you can become a monthly fucky supporter. For $1 a month, you can be a little fucky. For $5 a month, you can be a medium fucky. And for $10 a month, you can be a big old fucky.
We love all our fuckies.
So if you're enjoying the stories and information and good times and you want to keep the podcast going and support us, we greatly appreciate it. I want to thank some of our fuckies, Jose, Sydney, Luis, Manny, Spandex Door, Brian P., Antonio, Chrissy, Christina, Stephanie, Kimberly, and Tom. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast. Yes. And again, if anybody wants to sponsor an episode, if your business would like to have a commercial before our episode starts, we'll talk a little bit about your business, whatever information you want us to get out there, and we will happily support you guys. So, just send us a message on Instagram on Instagram, and we can work out the details of that. But super cheap for one episode, so or we can do a monthly plan, whatever you guys feel like.
Love it.
Yeah, and like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus.
We're everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so I got the Father's Day merch. When is Father's Day actually?
Sunday, June 15th this year.
Oh, okay, so we got a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're early this holiday.
You gotta get your orders in, get the shipping in, and from what I hear from some of our listeners, the shipping's pretty quick. So
nice.
You don't know what to get your dad? Get him some Hansons on Hiatus merchandise, some Father's Day merchandise. You're done. Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Boom. Yeah, we got some shirts and some hats and some mugs.
Yeah. What dad doesn't love some shirts and hats
stuff.
And mugs?
Yeah, that's right. All types of dad stuff.
All types of dad stuff.
Let's see. What's going on this? So this weekend, I know we've talked about this before, but maybe for new listeners, one of the things that we're dealing with this weekend is called Ley Seca, which is dry law. So it's kind of interesting. They, like after certain time, like in any city, after 5 o'clock, they stop selling alcohol on Sundays or whatever. Every now and then we get this Ley Seca. Oh, man. I
think someone's in our wall.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. and then they dig a hole in your wall.
Yes.
So every now and then they will do a dry law where they won't sell alcohol. For instance, this weekend, it is an election.
Yes.
So local election, and they're like, no booze. So Friday midnight / 12:01 a.m. Saturday morning until the 11:59 on Sunday. You can't buy any booze.
Could you imagine them doing this at home?
No. I mean, it doesn't really make sense in my opinion. It's like, I think we've had this conversation before. It's like having dry counties in the U.S.
Yeah.
It's like people just drive to the next county over.
Yeah, or you stock up the night before, or you can go to a bar or restaurant and get drunk and then go vote.
Yeah, so basically in the tourist zones, you can sell beer, like alcohol with food at a restaurant or something, but you can't just go to the grocery store or like a convenience store or something like that. So.
I appreciate it. They mark everything down. It's a discount on everything.
True.
A chance to stock up for the summer by the pool.
Yeah, it is 30% off right now, so I'm going to take advantage of that.
If you're here, go shopping.
Right. Another thing I found that I didn't realize, or actually I saw this on a Facebook group. The honk, or not the honk, the door knock where you go da 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 da.
Yeah.
First of all, didn't know that was called. What did you say it was called?
It's like, I know it from like Looney Tunes back in the day. Like
right.
Shave and a haircut. It'd always be like they'd throw some coins, and I don't know why though.
Yeah, I wonder what the history is. But if anybody knows, leave a comment and let us know, because I've never heard that. I've always knocked like that, and basically I started doing that like in high school or college because It's like the not cop knock, you know,
Yeah.
like when you're in college, like if you go to a party, you're like, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Then, it sounds like, fuck, the police are here,
Not answering
but
that.
no cops going, dun, 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 dun. So,
I think
so
they
I've
say
always-
like a shave and a haircut. It's like 2 pence or 2 whatever.
Oh, it's
the
like an
coin
old
was.
song or something,
yeah.
maybe.
It must have. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Well,
just know it from good old Bugs Bunny.
yeah. Well, and I don't know how true this is or if it is just regional or whatever, but I saw somebody post in one of the expat groups that is offensive to knock on the door like that in Mexico.
Oh. Oops.
And I didn't really get a straight answer, but it's basically like saying like go fuck yourself or fuck your mother or something like that.
So maybe they have a different song.
No, well, from what I was reading in the comments, it kind of sounded like when you're in traffic and you're like pissed off at somebody, that's the honk you do.
Oh,
You're
you
like,
don't just like
dun.
wail on
Yeah,
your
you're like,
horn.
dun, 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 dun. So I guess that's kind of like saying, fuck off or something.
Yeah. I would be like, hi,
Yeah.
that's so nice.
Yeah. They know 2 shaves and a haircut or whatever the fuck it's called.
Hey.
Yeah. So I don't know any of our Mexican listeners. If you could tell us, is this a thing that's normal throughout Mexico?
Yeah, are you offended by this or?
Well, not even offended, but like, is this actually real? You
Yeah.
know, like somebody, I just read this on Facebook. I don't know if it's a real thing or not.
I've definitely knocked on some doors in our building and did the boop boop.
Yeah. That's why they didn't answer.
Yeah, maybe.
Also wanted to get to some comments from last episode. Let's see. Oh, we did the poll for the pug names.
Yes.
Which we will get to a little bit later, but I just want to go through 2 of the comments. Our buddy Jose said, churro!
Of course.
So he's excited about that. And then I believe it was Christina said, Puggy Puppy, Churro. I love churros. Still a fan of the name Enrique, though.
Thanks, Christina.
Yeah, so she's all about the Enrique.
That's so funny. We can't go with that one because of my brother, but
Yeah.
I do like that name. It might be, like paying tribute to my younger brother.
Yeah, there you go.
We named our dog after you.
Yes. But this past weekend, actually Friday, so I mean, we'd already pre-recorded our episode. We didn't talk about it last Friday, but we got to go see the pug puppies.
We did. They're
Yeah.
so tiny.
Yes.
And when we mean tiny, like as big as my hand.
Yes.
They fit in my hand.
Like
the
smaller
palm-
than a tennis ball.
The palm of my hand. So tiny.
Yeah. So, and if you're unfamiliar, our old neighbor Juan and his girlfriend Julieta, they have 2 pugs actually. One of them got knocked up, and so they decided to have the puppy. I mean, not like they decided. It's not like they're getting pug abortions or something like that.
Jesus.
Do they do that?
I'm sure if there's a problem, but I doubt
I mean,
it.
not like at not to turn this into an abortion conversation, but like if you find out early, like before, I mean, I guess why would you? You don't know until they get too fat or whatever, or too big.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah. Well, I just didn't know, if like the street dogs, a lot of times they'll get knocked up because these other street dogs are just going at it.
Yeah.
If they found out like early enough, could they just, give them a little plan B or something?
I don't know if people are spending money on that, which
Well-
it might be good if they were all, spayed or neuter on puppy birth control.
Yeah.
Dog birth control.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, I don't know if that's a thing or not, but I guess,
Doubt it.
yeah. How would you know? And if you did, yeah, I mean, it'd be cheaper than having 7. I mean, they had 7 puppies.
It's crazy.
7 puppies. So it was funny because we saw it on Instagram that she was like due, or like there was the due date, and like 7:00 at night. And we messaged him like, "Oh my God, is it time?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think it's time."
What's happening?
Like 6 a.m. when we woke up and then looked at our feed, we see there's 7 little puppies.
Baby puppies.
And like you
So
said,
exciting.
they were so tiny. And I did my beer chug last weekend with them, so you probably saw that. But
We watched that birth video. Ooh,
well, yeah, that's a little.
that was rough. That was
Yeah.
a lot of goo.
Uh,
Obviously, we're not parents.
But they're just like little. I don't even know
Little
how to.
hamsters.
Yeah, little hamsters, little like the potato bugs, the little roly polies.
Yeah.
They're just like wee.
They-
They're
they-
rolling around.
They
And,
scooch like a little inchworm pretty quick, but then they have no balance. So yeah, like you're saying, they just anything they come across, they're like like on their back, like help me.
Yeah.
And they make the cutest little squeaks. They were just like me.
yeah, and some of them. So we were offered one by our friends because they know we've been wanting a pug.
We're great pug parents.
Yeah, so we figured out. So there's 7 of them. What was there? 4 boys
Yeah.
and
I
3
think
girls,
4 boys,
or vice
3
versa.
Yeah, I think there were more girls.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
So 3?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Well, 2 of them have bow tie. No, there must be 4 because 2 of them have bow ties on,
Oh, yeah.
and one of them is who's the other one that's spoken for?
Bobby.
Bobby.
There's like a lighter, not white, but he's super light, and the rest are kind of dark, and
Yeah.
they named him Bobby already.
Yeah, but 2 of them have like a little white. It looks like a little bow tie, like a
Yeah.
Bud Light or a Budweiser kind of bow tie. So we didn't pick those ones. We picked the one that was drinking milk from its mom, Penelope, upside down, like
Chugging.
laying on his back, like.
And this
just
wasn't
chugging
just
it.
one time. There's multiple photos of him chugging upside down, and we're like, oh, that's your dog.
Yep, and just saying, Kawama is sounding pretty nice right now.
He looks like a natural born chugger.
Yep, that's right. So yeah, I think we did pick one out. They're hard to tell the difference, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see over the next, what is it? Usually 8 to 10 weeks.
Yeah.
That you have to wait.
Few more weeks, 8 weeks.
Yeah, but I mean, normally you have
Yeah,
to wait
8
8 to 10 weeks.
weeks. Yeah.
Okay. So
least.
because they have to, they're. Do you call it breastfeeding? What do you call it?
Yeah.
Milking.
Milking.
Gotta suck them milkers.
They're still milking. they still need their mom.
Yeah,
They still need her.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't drink formula.
No.
Well, people, I don't know.
Or they-
I don't know any of that. I'm unfamiliar with children and small dogs.
Puppies.
Yeah.
This will be your first
Puppy.
puppy. I mean,
Yeah, I've adopted one rescue that was Pharaoh was a year old.
mhm.
And then I guess when I was a kid, we had a puppy, but it wasn't that much of a puppy. It was like, I mean, probably 2-3 months old or whatever. So, yeah.
I
So,
got Tiger at probably between 8 and 10 weeks.
Okay.
I always say 8 weeks, but I'm not 100. It was there. He was small.
pretty tiny.
Yeah, we went through the whole shebang, puppy
Yeah.
training and all that.
Oh,
So
buddy.
I'm
All
so
right.
excited, but I'm nervous. I feel like we're not going to get this dog for some reason. I don't know, like an
No.
adoption agency or something. I'm like, I don't know if they're going to pick me.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Well, if anybody has any tips for us, I mean, I know you've had a young pup, but I have not. So, we're looking into what kind of food to feed them because
Yeah.
we've always been a kibble type of family. Towards the end with Tiger, I started making him some because he wasn't eating really.
Yeah.
But I know there are some alternative ideas out there of, giving not wet food, like the canned wet food,
Yeah.
but like making your own dog food or buying, healthier dog food than because a
Yeah.
lot of the kibble stuff can not be great. Even like I didn't really realize all those brand names aren't the best really.
Yeah, when we first met, I think we were both using like Pedigree or one of
Yeah,
those,
just one of those.
regular. That they look good,
Yeah.
and it looks like it's got it, but they're terrible for your dogs. And then we switched them to Blue Buffalo.
Yeah.
We used to feed them that, and then here we found something comparable to Blue Buffalo that's similar to
Yeah.
that, healthy and I don't know.
Yeah, and I think Blue Buffalo is healthier than the normal kibble, but I don't know if it's like, the creme de la creme, like what you want your dog to eat. You know,
Right.
so.
I'm all for making food for our dog. We can totally do it. It would be easy. I just want to make sure they have enough vitamins and nutrients
Right.
within everything. So I'm sure there's, along with my own supplements that I'm giving myself, I'm gonna have to give them to the dog as well.
Yeah. Well, and it's like I don't want him to get fat either, you
Yeah.
know, because like with Tiger, we were trying to get him to eat, so I was making kind of like a rice veggie
Yeah.
ground chicken kind of meal.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, is that too much carbs, for a dog? And then if you're making your own, how much do you give them? It's like I don't want him to be overweight.
Yeah,
so.
true. Like, can we do rice and sweet potato? Can we? Because his kibble was always, it would say like brown rice and chicken
Mm.
or lamb and vegetables or sweet potato. It was always that kind of,
Yeah.
medley of that. So
Also, I don't want to be having to make that like every fucking day for the next 15 years.
we'll be food prepping. For
Yeah.
us and the dog.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe
Sunday food prep fam.
we need a good kind of recipe, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can Google it. But if anybody knows, leave a comment, let us know.
We need to reach out to our Atlanta friend Brienne that does the puppy treats and the cakes she always baked for the boys.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
baked-
she does make her own.
Baked with love.
Yeah,
is on
and puppy
Instagram.
hugs.
And puppy hugs.
Yeah.
That's her Instagram. So good. Great food.
All right. Let's get to this weekend. Uneventful?
Every weekend is eventful.
It was supposed to be uneventful.
Moderately eventful.
Yes, I would say moderate.
Okay.
You're always like, we did so much. I'm like, yeah, but you don't have good stories to tell if you just say, I went to the pool all day. Like,
If I have plans Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's an eventful weekend.
Yeah, it depends on what it is. You can be playing bridge every day. That doesn't mean it's fucking eventful.
What are we, 90?
Exactly. Well, I question.
I would like to play bridge.
So this is a funny request. So our friend Kelly that lives upstairs, she messaged us and said, "Hey, I have a friend that's recently moved here and doesn't have like a lot of friends or connections here, and it's her birthday tomorrow," which was last weekend.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'm trying to get like a group of people to come, up to the pool and kind of have like a little birthday party."
Yeah.
Just a surprise, and it was a surprise party. So she wanted us to be there like ahead of time, so we could like surprise her when she comes up.
Yeah, we're like, surprise party?
Yeah.
It is going to be
Yeah, it's like,
surprise.
"Hey, here's all these people you don't know."
Hi, nice to meet you.
But
Happy birthday.
it was a sweet thought. So, and she
Yeah.
got like champagne and a cake and food snacks and
Snacks,
stuff. So we go up there and it's like, it's just us. And then who else was like,
Couple other neighbors came up.
our neighbor JC.
Todd.
Yeah, he wasn't up there like for the surprise though. It was just us three.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're like,
Oopsies.
surprise, and took pictures, and that was probably an odd birthday.
It was odd, but I mean, she seemed really appreciative and happy, and our neighbor just bought that huge unicorn in the pool, so she was like, "Oh my god, a unicorn!" We're like, "It's not yours, but you can float on it."
Yeah, but then it was funny because when she brought the cake up, there were more people there later.
Right.
But when she brought the cake up, we were all singing "Happy Birthday," and when I realized we're about to get to that one part of the birthday, I'm like, "Oh God, what do we say here?" Because you have to say the person's name,
Yep.
and I just met this girl like 20 minutes ago, and so did everybody else. So we're like, "Happy birthday, dear," and everybody's like, we all start laughing.
I think me and Kelly were the only ones that said her name. I remembered her name because it was close to my name, but I probably would have forgot.
Yeah.
Like, what's
But
her name again?
there's an issue with like that song or the birthday song when you have a birthday for somebody that's maybe somebody of status or a teacher or somebody where they have multiple names, like a grandma or something, because it's like most of like if you're singing at your grandma's birthday, the grandkids are gonna go grandma, and then your parents are gonna say mom, and then the friends are gonna say whatever their
Audrey.
Bethel.
Yeah, Bethel. Audrey was old enough.
Yeah. Melba.
Melba toast.
Yeah. No, that's actually her mom's name.
Oh,
Melba.
great.
Yeah.
What about mine's Genevieve?
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Yep. So that was pretty funny. Like, we did not know the
I
name.
know. Everybody's like, "Meh."
Yeah. Is there a good like cover for that? Or I guess just don't say anything.
Yeah, you could just, I think mumbling's like, because it has the same cadence no matter what name you have. You're timing it with the song. So you're like,
I know, but when
Angela, Jessica, Nathan.
But when everybody did it, it was very obvious, and we all started laughing because they knew we didn't know the name. So yeah, that was funny.
I said her name, so.
But we had to leave that pool party at our place to go to our neighbor's pool party.
Yes.
They were just having a couple people over, and they have a hot tub, 2 hot tubs. So I was excited.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Why are you leaving?" We're like, "We have a hot tub party to go to, and you can't come. We're so sorry."
Yeah. Well, the hot tub used to be just like one of those normal hot tubs out above ground, like not in the ground hot tub.
That's a hot tub to me. Like the jacuzzi, like out of the ground.
Yeah, I mean that's a hot tub, but you can also have like at a hotel an in-ground hot tub.
True. But that's what I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then they built around it like this cement kind of structure with stairs going because the stairs were sketchy.
Yeah.
Previously.
Yeah.
So they built this like kind of ledge around it and everything, and we get in the hot tub. This is condo complex. Yeah. Like it has a courtyard, Olympic-sized pool, 2 hot tubs.
Gorgeous.
We are the only 5 or 6 people there.
Yeah.
And we decided to get in the hot tub. We have our drinks in our cups, and we set them on the side, and we're in the hot tub. The drinks are not in there. The security guard comes up to us.
No, we saw him walk by, and she was like, "Uh-oh." Our friend's like, "Uh-oh." And then he came back around. We're like, "What?"
And he told us we had to have our cups at our chair. We couldn't even have them on the ledge.
Yeah.
And the ledge is not where it could fall into the hot tub.
Right.
It's like 4 or 5 inches lower, and then it goes out. If it tipped over, it'd go on the grass.
Right.
Like, it's so stupid.
I could see, like, if we had open cups and things could spill out easily, but we had like Yetis and things. Like it was closed. This isn't spilling anywhere. So I don't understand what the problem was. And then you had to take it out and put it by the pool. It's allowed by the pool, but not by the hot tub.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we got yelled at for that. But then we proceeded to smoke a joint by the pool, and nobody said a fucking word.
I'm shocked that happened
Yeah.
too. Our friend was like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
And if they say something, we'll just move on.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
What else do we do? Oh, and then Sunday we had brunch with some friends.
Oh, yes. This weekend was like a friend's catch-up weekend.
Yeah, because we've been busy.
We've been traveling. All of our friends have been traveling. Rightfully so. All of us kind of have the similar lifestyle here, and this was like a catch-up. I haven't seen you in a while. Let's go up brunch.
Yeah, and so our neighbors came to brunch, and we've known them for probably 2 years, and I did not know they had a dog.
Oh, I honestly didn't know either until I went over to help them. I watched their place for a little bit while they're on vacation, and there was this dog there. And it's, one of those little floofy dogs. I'm like, whose dog is this? They're like, oh, ours. Never. She's older. She's like 14, 15, so they don't really bring her out as much, and she's not, just at the bars with us. So I was like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. So is it weird that you don't know? I mean, not them, but I mean, just in general, like,
I don't know.
I do have some other friends that I didn't realize, like, oh, you have a cat or whatever. Like, I guess we're just those people that talk about our animals often.
There are two types of people that have their animals in their home, and then people that have their animals as children. Like ours that's all we talk about. I've had a couple of friends say to me, like, are you talking about Tiger again? Like, sorry.
Yeah.
But they're your whole world.
They
and
are.
It's kind of weird to me for people that don't make it their whole
Yeah.
world. I don't know. But we're probably weird to them.
Yeah. And then let's see what else. Oh, have you ever seen those cruise ship runners?
I've seen some videos.
Yeah.
A
So
couple of them.
there are these like TikToks where there are people that didn't time their return to their cruise ship at their port, and they miss it, or they're about to miss it, and they're running, and the whole boat is just like, hurry up.
That gives me the most anxiety at 100.
Yeah.
Just, oh my gosh. 'Cause
Yeah.
what do you do if you don't catch the boat? That's got to be a lot of money.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, so we saw some people that were ferry ship runners.
We did.
The ferry boat to Cozumel, I guess, was leaving shortly. We were at a coffee shop, and we were watching these people just running, just going at it, trying to get there in time, and then they stopped.
They looked out of breath. They were like, I need a minute. Oh my God. Okay, go. Go.
Yeah. And so they're huffing it, and then they walk a little bit, and then they're running again. And I still don't know if they made it.
I don't know. The one girl looked like, fuck it, I'll just buy another ticket. I don't even care. I'm not running.
Yeah.
But they were so close, and smart us, we know we wait at that coffee shop. We're usually waiting 20 minutes before our boat or something, 30 minutes.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can't run like 100 yards to save yourself from either like being stuck in a different country, or B, like being stuck on an island or something, maybe it's time to sign up for a YMCA membership, because I mean, Jesus.
Yes. People need to pick up their cardio.
Yeah. Oh man. So that was pretty funny. So hopefully they made it. But I saw this other TikTok where people would go to the port, and with like that so we could do this. We could go over to Cozumel with like a suitcase and some bags or something, and just start running towards the ship and see.
Hold the ship.
Yeah, and see if everybody's like, ah.
And then you psych them out. Forget it.
Yeah. Just kidding.
I'm not even on this
Just
boat.
kidding. I live here, bitches.
Those are the ferry port is a lot shorter than the cruise ship.
Oh
port.
yeah, it's long.
That is a long run. So I don't blame him. And you think, oh, I'll make it back, 5-10 minutes before. You have like 10 minutes of dock walking to get to the cruise ship.
But it always like blows my mind that people don't run, or they'll run for like a little bit and then stop. It's like, it's worth it to be exhausted to not. I mean, it's going to cost you hundreds or thousands of dollars if you miss it, right? Because I think you have to figure out your own way to get to the next place.
Probably.
And I don't know how that works again with not having your passport, because I assume it's on the boat. It's like, how do you get to the next country?
Yeah, I don't know if you need it to get on and off anymore. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I think you keep it on the boat, right? because you get checked in and checked out by, the security on the boat, I assume.
Yeah, I remember. I haven't been on a cruise in many years, but I remember we had to bring our passport with us, or maybe we brought our ID. One or the other. You had to have something.
Because it seems like, what if you lose your passport?
Yeah.
Then
Then you don't get back on the boat.
Then you fucked.
You really fucked.
Oh man, but yeah. So that was pretty funny. But our friend JC in our building is moving back to Mexico City.
There could be worse places.
Yeah, that's true.
I would live in Mexico City.
Let's do a little house swap.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun, actually.
Yeah, he can come back here and we'll go there.
Yeah. But I feel so bad for him because he had a really good job here. His boss, who was also his mentor, passed. And then it sounds like, this is what I'm gathering from it. Sounds like his asshole son came into town to take over his dad's business and then didn't like our friend and said, no, you don't work here anymore. I'm going to do your job now, and took over his job and then is now making his salary.
I'm sure
it's
he
like,
wasn't
bitch.
the only one. That's so rude. You think I'm sure.
Well, he was like a manager of a hospital. So it's like there might be other people that he let go, but nobody else that he took their job,
Yeah,
They
that
took
really
their
sucked.
jobs.
Took our
Took their
jobs.
jobs.
He's such a nice guy and
Yeah.
always so helpful in the building, and like just a great person to have as a neighbor.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, we felt really bad, and he's going back to Mexico City tomorrow, and he has a big husky, right? Kylo, yeah. So he has to take the dog back to Mexico City, and he was gonna take a taxi to the bus, take the bus up to Cancun, which is like an hour away,
What
and
we
then
normally do.
and then fly from Cancun to Mexico City. But obviously the dog has to go under the plane.
Yeah.
But taking the bus up, he has to go under the bus, and we just felt so bad because it is fucking hot here right now.
So hot. He's so fluffy. I wouldn't do that for any dog at any time.
No.
I don't.
Yeah. So we felt really bad, and so we're like, actually, let's rent a car, and we'll drive him up to the airport because
You're so nice. This is all your idea.
like, he's been such a good friend and a good neighbor. So we're
Yes.
just like, let's pay it forward, and help him out so he doesn't have to worry about because it's like, you never know what can happen under the bus, because the bus is not like, it's not a cooled environment like the planes are. I think they're temperature controlled. Not under the bus, so I don't want something to happen. So,
No, I would be really sad.
But we're renting a car, and we're gonna be in Cancun,
I'm
dropping
sure-
him off. What are we doing
I
afterwards?
was gonna say, I'm sure you have other plans for this car.
I have tons of ideas. So we could go to Isla Mujeres because it's like right there. We could just go park the car, hop on the ferry, go over to the beach for the day.
We do love Isla.
We could try to find some breweries in Cancun. I've tried to find breweries in Cancun actually, and none just like pop up, which is weird because it's a tourist city full, like it's like 1 million people.
It's like all shopping. I
Yeah.
want to go shopping when it's 100
I know,
degrees
but
outside.
you'd think about all the American and Canadian tourists coming in that they'd have a couple breweries, but all I know is, what's the one? Porto Aras is the only one that I know of.
Oh.
And then Pescadores in Puerto Morelos.
Yeah.
Is the other one. But that's another option. We could just go to that brewery in Puerto Morelos and then go over and go to your favorite Greek place.
Oh,
and eat
there's
dinner
something in
there.
it for me.
There's always something in it for
That
you.
sounds great. I love Greek food. Can
Can
we order everything?
Yes. Or I don't know. What you got any plans?
You had me at Greek food.
Okay.
I'd like some fun,
What about the other options?
maybe some fun in the sun
I mean,
somewhere?
we could do both of those. Problem is, I think the seaweed, the sargasso, is kind of bad in Puerto Morelos, so I don't know if we could just go there and go to the beach.
Yeah, maybe Isla's better, or I don't know. We'll have
Because
to-
if we have a car,
think
like
so.
we can just leave whenever. We could take the ferry over. It's like $5 each way.
yeah.
Go to the beach for a couple hours, come back, go eat dinner, and then head back to town.
All right. I like the way you
All
think. Mr.
right,
Hanson.
we've went from a uneventful weekend to a possibly eventful
This
weekend.
is what happens. You're like, we don't have anything to do this weekend. Boom, whole weekend's full, and I'm already exhausted.
Oh shit! Well, speaking of exhausted, we also booked my birthday trip in July.
This has been a work in progress.
It really has. We were planning on going to Mexico City again, even though we've been there many times. It's just like we're trying to ball on a budget in the summer.
Yeah. There's so much to do in Mexico City.
Yeah.
We could go there a million more times.
So we were trying to keep it cheap, and it's always fairly cheap to go to Mexico City. But the flights were like, I can't remember what they were, but they jumped up and they're like $130, which round trip is not that bad. It's like basically flying to New York City for $130.
Yeah.
Which unheard of,
Cheap.
but
Cheap,
still trying to budget it a little bit more. And I found a flight to, and I'm just looking anywhere. And this is another pro tip for you guys for travel. If you go to Google Flights and you put in where you're leaving from and the dates that you're leaving, but don't put where you're going, you can search the whole planet of how much the cheapest flight would be to that city from where you're flying from. So I just put in Cancun, and then I can just zoom around and see like how much the flights cost.
Very nice. Everything's pretty expensive already this summer.
Fuck yeah. Like we can't go anywhere from here to the US for under $300 a person. It's crazy.
So expensive. Atlanta was like $600 again, and everything. It's just ridiculous.
Super expensive. But so we found, Mexico City, $130 still. I was trying to keep it lower. But then I look, and Merida has an airport that we've never flown out of.
Ooh, okay.
And I look from there, Monterrey, which we have also never been to. Monterrey was $82 round trip.
Book it, Dano.
I did. I booked it. So it's called the Mexican Triangle of Guadalajara, Mexico City, and Monterrey. Those are like the three biggest cities.
We'll complete all three then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Knock them off.
Yeah, stamp the triangle.
Stamp them.
Stamp them. But the problem is Merida is like 4 hours from us. And the last time we went there, bus tickets were like 700 pesos, like $35. So it ends up being another $70 round trip.
Yeah.
Didn't really make sense. But wait.
Oh, gosh.
My little booking skills.
But wait. My travel agent.
I found a day that it was going to be, well, first of all, far enough out, you'll have percentages off. So I found one, since in the middle of July, 50% off.
Ooh.
And then I found a hot deal sale that was only happening for 2 hours from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Oh.
And you got another 15% off. So instead of paying like, $70 round trip, or, $35-$40 each way, I got them for 13. Was it 13 or 16? It's like $16, I think.
Yeah.
So $16, no big deal. So we're gonna go there
each way.
Yeah, but the flight leaves at 6 a.m.
Ugh.
So I know, I'm sorry, but it's my birthday and I do what I want.
I'll just be sleepy. I'll be sleepy, Lexi.
So we're gonna go up the night before, and we found a hotel for $20. So we're gonna go up there. We're gonna, probably hit some of the breweries there. It's a pregame to the birthday.
Kick off the B-Day.
And then the next morning, we'll fly to Monterrey. We'll be there for 5 days. I've been doing some research. It looks super cool. It's
amazing.
Not as like colonial as a lot of the cities in our area or in like southwestern Mexico. It's more of like not industrial, but like there's a lot of companies that have their headquarters there.
Commercial.
Big skyscrapers. Very like lots of nice places and cars. It's in the mountains. I guess there's a lot of hiking and waterfalls and stuff around. So that's the plan.
That'll be great. I'm so excited. And I love that all of our trips, you have to take every form of transportation.
Yes.
Cars, buses, planes, trains.
Hey.
We're going to be on them all to get where we're going.
That's how you save money, baby.
It is.
Yeah. Got nothing but time.
Nothing but time.
Shoot. So, let's get to some Airbnb horror stories.
Okay.
I think we just have an update to the one from last week, just real quick.
Yes.
So what's the update?
The update is, do you remember me telling the story about the couple that cracked our glass stove?
Yes.
It was like a stove top, our induction stoves here.
And they denied it.
Our glass. They
Up and
denied.
down.
They said, nope, we didn't do that. We would have said something if we did that or if we noticed it. We're like, okay,
Right.
well, we're still going to file a claim. Usually we reach out to our guests and say, hey, do you want to take care of this without a claim through Airbnb? Because probably dings them on their account. We don't want to do that. We just want to fix our shit and move on to the next people. So they came back, said, no, we didn't. We pursued with the claim, put it in. Immediately within maybe a couple hours, they responded and paid.
Oh.
So they paid the amount, and it was less than $500. It was like $460, I think, for the installation and the new stove. But they left a little verbiage that were like, we're sorry that you're liars and that we will pay this and we hope God gives you what you want or something like that.
Yeah,
We're like,
here, I'll pull it up.
Damn, yeah.
Even though I'm positive we didn't do it because all of us would have known if we had done it. And one thing, we are not liars. So here's your money, and I hope God continues to bless you in whatever you're after. Have a nice day.
Boom. So my question is, if you didn't do it, would you pay?
No. No, I would. That's what I'm saying. So first of all, and it was quick, right?
Quick,
Yeah.
like within an hour or two,
So
maybe even less.
If I really didn't do that and I had to pay $500, I would have been arguing with Airbnb for a while. I would not have paid immediately. And the excuse, because we would have known if one of us did it, like that's not a fucking excuse.
Yeah.
If I really didn't do it, I would tell them like, hey, we never cooked there. I think they said they used the other burner once, right?
Yeah, they were like, we use the left side, not the right side. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
So if I really didn't do it, I would have said, okay, so when I was cooking, I noticed the other burner and I didn't use that one specifically because there was a crack going through it. So that's why I used the left. There was no explanation. No, like, oh, no, we saw that it was broken. We just didn't, like they had no excuse.
Yeah, or we thought you knew it was broken, or any Airbnb we go to, if there's anything cracked, especially, we're going to say, hey, I just want to let you know this is like this. Because what if it was the cleaning team or something? Not us, but like a different situation. A lot of things could happen. So why wouldn't you bring it to our attention?
Exactly.
Like, hey, this beautiful $500,000 home has a cracked stove.
Like the one that we did in Merida, it was missing the shower curtain and like the little things that hold the curtain on the rod.
And the whole rod.
And the rod, or no, was it the rod?
The rod was gone too.
The rod was gone, but the little things that hold the curtain on were underneath the sink.
The sink.
Yeah, so we're like, hey, just want to let you guys know, we're fine with no shower curtain. We just want to let you know that we didn't do this, like right when we check in.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Progresso Hotel with the towels. Took the pictures of the towels right away. So we're starting to do that more just to cover our asses.
And most people, especially when you go to a unique like home or like whatever Airbnb it is, aren't you taking pictures and video to say like, hey mom, hey friends, look at this beautiful place I'm staying in, luxurious Tulum. And I would go back. You usually do that. Like, hey, look where we're staying. This is what's going on. I would look back at my pictures and videos and be, if you could see something, which maybe you could.
Yeah.
I would use that as evidence. But I guess these people just didn't even pay attention.
No. So, all right. Well, clearly they did it.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make you feel bad by bringing religion into it.
I know.
Like, come on.
I mean, it is
Just
what it is.
Just own it.
Just own it. Just you paid for it. Have a nice day.
Yeah. There's no way I'm paying like $500 without knowing that I did it.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So they didn't. Maybe money is not really a big deal to them. So
Yep.
we wish them the best.
I wish them the best. I wish them the day they deserve.
the day they deserve. The stove has been fixed. All is well.
Yeah. All right. Well, time to get a little high with the Hansons.
Sweet.
Get high with the Hansons.
All right. On this week, getting high with the Hansons, I had a question.
Oh.
What is the positives and negatives of being a baby?
You're so silly. Okay, that's a good. Where did this come from?
I was high.
Oh, okay, great. Anything else inspire you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, just basically just thinking about
Thinking
being a
about
little babe.
babies. Oh, okay. You're like, I miss being a baby.
So let's do the positives first,
Yeah.
and then we'll go through the negatives. Okay.
Sounds great.
So my positives, you don't have to buy anything for yourself.
Oh.
Like everything is, people give you, they just hand you clothes. Like,
Great.
oh, hey, I saw this thing. It was cute. I thought your baby would like it. I'm like,
It's so
boom,
cute
new
on you.
outfit. Like it. Let's see. You can wear pajamas all day.
Yep.
They throw a little onesie on you, and you don't have to change unless you like throw up on it. So I mean,
No judgment.
that's pretty great. Let's see. No schedule.
Yeah.
You can just take a nap whenever you want.
Yeah. And whoever's taking care of you is probably like, thank you.
Yeah.
Please nap.
And the smallest things are hilarious. Like somebody playing peekaboo.
Yeah.
Peekaboo. And you're like, ah. You're so funny. You're so funny. Baby comedy clubs would be hilarious.
So funny. Oh my God, that would be great.
All right, what do you got for positives?
I have kind of similar to yours, like no responsibilities.
Mhm.
You can nap whenever you want. No bills. You don't have to pay any
Ooh,
bills.
That's a good one.
Everyone's paying your bills for you. Your formula, your food, whatever, your toys. You're like, I want a new toy. Great. You don't have to pay for it. You had clothes. I put no school. You don't have to go to school or work.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. And then I put like a fresh look on life. It's like you get to eat, play, poop, sleep, just do
All of
what you
them.
want. It's like a brand new, you're learning everything like it's the first time.
Yes. Because it is.
Yes.
All right. Those are all yours?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. For the negatives, you have to eat food that is mush
Oh yeah.
and it's good for you. So
Oh,
you're
yeah.
eating like all the worst foods that are mushy.
Like
So-
mushy broccoli.
yeah,
carrots,
broccoli, carrots,
peas.
peas, like all the just blah.
But some of the baby food, like the little applesauce and those those are tasty.
Yeah, that's true. I used to buy those little apple juices.
Yeah.
So
love apple
good. They're probably
juice.
so full of sugar.
They're probably all bad for
Yeah.
you.
Let's see. Number 2. This kind of goes with the food you're eating is mush. Yeah, you have to sit in your own poop.
Oh yeah.
You poop. You gotta just shit your, like you might say, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. You can't tell anybody. You could cry, but they might not know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They might think you're hungry
Like
and you
me.
want some more, mush poop. So yeah, you just gotta sit there in your dirty drawers and just scream until somebody changes you.
It's so funny that people baby poop is a whole big thing, but it's like it's not their fault. You're feeding them mush, so they're pooping mush.
Yeah, exactly. Your teeth coming in, they rip up your mouth. So you're just like, meh. You can be put in air jail.
Oh,
So like, let's say you're crawling and you want to go over to this area, and then the only thing the only way you're not getting there is somebody's going to pick your ass up
Like, nope.
and put you in air jail,
Nope.
and you can't do anything. So you have no control over your body.
that's so funny.
And the last one, that nose booger plunger thing.
Oh yeah, the
What's-
little suction thing.
Yeah, what's that all about?
That's it, because kids can't. Babies aren't like blowing their nose. They don't know how to do that action yet. So you got to like suck out the boogies.
But why are they having so many boogies? Are they sick?
I don't know. I mean, probably again with all their mushy food, and it's kids have food all over their face, and then it's going up their nose, and who
Jeez,
knows?
just stuff coming out of every hole.
Yeah, babies are just a bunch of mushy goo.
Ugh. All right, you go ahead. Your negatives.
I put people constantly talk to you all the time. They don't, people are always, oh, the baby, baby talk. And you're just like, yeah, okay, great. Like, shut up.
Yeah, and the weird thing about baby talk is like, I don't know why adults are doing it to babies. Because are you trying to teach them to talk like a baby? Like that's why babies
Yeah.
probably talk like that for so long. They're just like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to talk.
I think it's just a natural instinct because you're like, oh, you're so tiny and cute. I just want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you like, hey, baby.
Hello, sir.
Did you go to work yet? Like, no.
Did you do your morning constitutional?
Yeah. But then along with the talking, I put no one can understand you. Because
Yeah.
you see babies trying, they're like, "Da-da-da-da-da-da," and you're like, oh, yeah, got it. And they're like, no, that's not what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm trying to tell you about the deficit.
Yeah. I'm trying to talk about things. You put, same for you. I put like strict eating and napping schedule.
Mhm.
Can't do what you want. I put like eventually you have to grow up. Like you're only a baby for so long, and can you really enjoy it? So,
Yeah.
you're getting older. You're about to go to school, get in the workforce. It's not going to last very long.
It's all downhill from there.
Yeah.
And then eventually, when you're old, you got to go through all this shit again. Poop in
Right.
your pants. You can't eat what you want. It's all mushy.
You start in diapers, you end in diapers.
Nobody can understand you, or you can't understand them because you can't hear.
Yeah, you're like, Grandma, they died years ago. What?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's funny.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
yeah,
high
so
thinking.
baby, would you go back to being a baby?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It'd be easier.
Yeah, it probably would be easier.
All right. Well,
That's
let's
so
get to our little pug update.
Oh,
Our
dear.
pug poll. So last week we just did a poll for the two kind of main names that we were looking at, and we had Kawama and Choro. And let's see what the results are. Kawama has 33%, and
Ooh.
Churro had 67%.
Wow,
Yeah.
Churro's a fan favorite.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just feel like, well, first of all, I did look up churros. They're not from Mexico. They're from Spain and Portugal.
Oh,
but they are. I mean, they're a thing here,
They're
but
here.
they're not from here.
Great.
I do like. I don't know. If I didn't care about looking like a stupid gringo in Mexico, I would probably name it churro. But
I like churro, chorrito, same thing.
it rolls off the tongue. It is a cute little dog name, but I just feel like looking like that, like classic North America, not North America, American, whatever.
Like last time we said we met our neighbor's friend. She's Mexican and her Chihuahua is named Taco. Didn't think anything of it. Super cute dog, super cute name. If I go up to someone and say, "Oh yeah, my dog's name is Taco," they're gonna be like, "Great, good name."
Like it's like pandering
You
a little
came
bit.
to Mexico and named your dog Taco.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird for her to have her dog named Taco.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I mean, would you name your dog Hamburger in the U.S.?
I would name him Euro.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's a good one.
But we did come up with a couple other ones. What do we got? Azúcar, which means sugar in Spanish. So obviously, we want a little bit of Spanish flair in there. I want something where it's not just your standard Pedro or whatever.
Juan, but we thought Azúcar was funny because when he's bad, you can say "Sin Azúcar, Sin Azúcar."
Balam, I still like that one. So that I also would love to have a little Mayan influence in there if possible.
Yeah, that's Jaguar, right?
Yeah, Jaguar in Mayan.
Yes.
Bonito.
I put that.
I was like, I don't know this one.
I put that because of Bad Bunny, but he's Puerto Rican. But I just thought Benito, like a little puggy little man with a little bow tie, like little Benito.
Oh, is that Bad Bunny's real name?
They call him Benito.
Oh, okay.
I think that's his nickname.
What we got? Kawama, churro. Chorizo.
Chorizo.
I do like that.
One of our friends sent us like 5 meat names. So I'm like, are you planning on eating my bug?
pastor. I kind of like that, but doesn't that mean pastor as well?
Know.
So I was like, he's not
maybe.
a pastor.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't like. What was the one that?
Santo.
Yeah, your mom really likes Santa.
I like Santo because it's kind of Greek. It's Mexican. It means saint, and I guess there was some famous wrestler El Santo that was like famous in Mexico for a while.
Yeah, but like it's too like religious for me. Like
I don't mean him to be religious.
I know, but what's the name? Like when people ask what I mean, not like I have anything against religion like that, but I just mean like when people ask, "Oh, why did you name your dog that?" We're gonna be like,
it's cute.
What? Yeah,
it's a cute little name for a little puggy man.
Castillo.
Castillo.
Okay.
Which is also like a meat here, that rib meat, and then also a castle.
Yeah. Oh, Castillas.
Oh, that's
that's ribs.
Oh, okay.
But Castillo is castle.
Maybe we should name him Castillas.
Yeah. Now I'm like switching my name. I'm like, wait, what? Okay. So next one, Hansito.
That one just hit me this morning. I was like, let's just name him Hanson, like the band Hanson. But we'll call him Hansito Hanson.
No.
I'm just throwing anything out there now.
Let's see. Julio. That's not too bad.
We thought, I know he's born in June, but if we get him in July, then, we can name him Julio.
Oh, yeah. Costillas is ribs and Castillo is castle.
Okay, thank you. Still learning Spanish.
I would love a rib castle.
Yes. Can we mix the two?
This next one, I'm kind of leaning towards. I do like this one. Mezcal.
That was a new one.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then we could call him Mezcalito.
Mezcalito.
Yeah, so mezcal is any, it's like tequila, but tequila is a type of mezcal. Yeah. Mezcal is any liquor made from an agave plant. Tequila is made from a blue agave.
And I'm sure most people have tried mezcal. Well, if you've come here, it's like that smoky kind of flavor. And
then they have the drinks that are mezcalitos.
Yeah, that would be cute. Mezcalito, or you call him mezzi for short.
Yeah. What do we got? Patito.
Petito,
yeah,
little duckling.
Yeah, it's a little duck.
Yeah, I like that.
I do really like that. Your mom didn't like that because she was like, Gabby Petito. And I was like, okay, that story is going to go away in like 10 seconds.
Like that's one person that passed away. Rest in peace, Gabby.
Yeah,
in America.
Yeah.
Like not here.
And your brother is named Eric, and So I was like, Eric Menendez.
Yeah.
We can't name him Eric anymore. We got to change his name.
I
You
was
know,
like,
it's
there's
like
so many bad people in the world. You
Yeah.
can't go by a name like that.
and then Picasso.
They're just throwing it in.
No, I
That's
was
like
like-
our art background, and you could call him Pika for
Yeah,
short.
or Pablo.
Pablo. Oh my God, a little pug named Pablo.
That is kind of cool, actually.
That'd be cute.
Let's see what else we got. Oh, torta.
Torta.
I do like torta,
I like torta.
which is like a sandwich here, like a little
And I
sandwich.
love tortas. I'm just afraid that's setting them up to be fat. Fat little pug.
True. And then you have Tito.
Tito. Yeah, we were looking up names and I can't remember what Tito means, but my mom didn't like that one either because of
The vodka.
the vodka, Tito's vodka. But I was like,
Oh, I'm sure if we called him Fuzzy Beam, she'd be fine with
yeah,
that.
Fuzzy Beam, Jim. We'll call him Jim.
Jim.
Beam. Jim Beam Hanson.
Didn't we have another one? Not Topo Chico.
No.
I thought there was another, like, not Tito.
Oh, you said like Cheeto or something.
Yeah. No, I don't think Cheeto.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But so those are the new ones what we came up with. Again, if you guys have any other names, please post them in the comments.
Please help.
We would love some more. We're trying to, like I said, we're trying to have it be unique, but then a little, Mexican or Mayan influence into it. So,
Yeah.
we're still looking. We got a couple, a month and a half or something.
Yeah,
so.
we got time. And he is going to be, he's Mexican. He's a Mexican
Yeah.
poog, so he needs a couple names.
I was thinking, what about, it'd be Ro, but Quintana Roo? Quintana Roo?
Quintana Roo Hanson?
Yeah. But we could just call him Roo.
Quintana Roo, Torta, Churro, Hanson.
No, not the whole thing. Just Roo or Ro.
Oh,
No
okay.
Quintana.
Roo would be cute.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. Oh, gotcha. I gotcha now.
Okay.
That would be cute.
Yes.
Little
shoot.
Roo, like a kangaroo.
Little Roo.
Little
Oh, man. I swear there was another one we were really contemplating.
We'll think about it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we can post these there.
Yeah, you guys help us out. If you've got any good names, we'd really appreciate it. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Probably go see the Pugs again this weekend. So
Yes.
we'll see. We'll post some more pictures on our Instagram at Hansons on Hiatus.
They're getting big already.
They are.
Oh my gosh.
I can't wait to see their like little personalities when they
Yes.
start becoming like real dogs. Right now, they're just like gummy bears.
I know. They're just little babies.
All right. Well, as usual, if you want to support the podcast, buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on Hiatus. You can buy some virtual beers. You can head over to hansonsonhiatus.com. We got all the links to the podcast. We got the merch shop. You can become a fucky supporter if you are loving the podcast and what we're doing here. And as usual, like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Happy Friday, fuckers.
Happy Friday, fuckies.
That's it. Thanks for listening. Goodbye for now. Bye.